I've got a style of my own, an individual style of my own, a definite air, certain savoir-faire. People just stop in their tracks and stare, 'cause I've got a style of my own, an individual style of my own. Call it what you will, I give me a thrill. Oh, I've got a style of my own. You better believe it, a definite style of my own. Yes, sir, I've got a style of my own.
You can say that again, Music Box.
I'll say it again. I've got a style of my own.
Nice song.
Heather, I was just getting in the mood for the show, because today's show is all about style. And we all know I've got plenty of that.
Well, actually, today's show is all about musical style.
Even better, I've got plenty of that, too. Let's get on with the show.
Have you ever heard of the music box? Who sings, who plays, who even talks, who makes things appear with a single pop? Believe it or not, he's mysterious, he's miraculous, he's the magical music box. He's the magical music box. The magical music box.
Well, Mr. Savoir-Faire, you seem to know a lot about style. What exactly is it?
I don't think you can explain it. You either have it or you don't. Style, you either have it or you don't.
But lots of things do. Buildings and cars.
And TV stars.
Just to name a few. Style, it's always changing with the times.
I agree with you. Just when you get used to the old,
there's something new.
High-button boots were all the rage.
You never saw sneakers in the old days.
Kids played for hours with a ball and hoop.
Now a toy is boring if it doesn't compute.
Old penny farthings weren't something you spent.
Now they're out of style, we ride at 10 speed instead.
Style, it's always changing with the times.
So I agree with you.
Just when you get used to the old,
time goes by, there's something new you're told.
Oh, style, style, style.
Style. Lots of things have style. There must be some way of showing it. Let's see. I know. Houses.
Did you say houses?
Houses. Use your magical powers and conjure up 2 houses for us. Can you do it?
Of course I can do it. Can I do it indeed? Can I do it? Really, can I do it? But I don't see what that has to do with style.
Thank you, Music Box. These houses are very different, aren't they? But if you look closely, you'll see that they do have some things in common.
The only things they have in common is that they each have a roof, doors, and windows.
That's not all, Music Box. They each have walls made out of brick, and verandas made of wood, and windows with glass.
So?
So, they each have the same parts and they're built from the same materials.
That may be true, but the same materials are used in completely different ways. Well, that's why they look so different.
Exactly. They each have a different style.
There are different styles of music, too, you know. All music uses sound, but different styles of music use sound in different ways.
And just as we saw things that were alike and different in our 2 houses, we hear things that are alike and different in music. So,
let's listen to some music.
Great idea.
I'll play you 2 pieces of music. Listen carefully and see if you think they have the same style or a different style. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready, too? Here's the first piece. What do you hear?
Well, this is a very modern piece of music. It doesn't really have a melody, but it does have high and low sounds. And it has a very fast tempo, but no steady beat.
Very good observations. Let's see how you do with this next piece. You too. Is it in the same style or a different style?
this is definitely a different style from the first piece we heard. This piece was written hundreds of years ago.
Another clever observation. What about the pitch? Didn't both pieces use high and low sounds?
Yes, but...
And didn't you hear loud parts and soft parts?
Well, yes,
And didn't they both have a fast tempo?
That's true.
But what?
Well, it's just like our two houses. The pieces of music use some of the same materials, but each one of them used them in a totally different way, and therefore, they each had a different style.
A brilliant deduction. Now, let's see how you do with these two pieces. Here's the first one.
Oh, I love this style of music. It has a very steady beat and a stately tempo, and I love the tone colors of the different instruments.
Now, here's the next piece.
Well, they were definitely two different pieces of music, but they both had the same overall feeling. They both had a stately tempo and a steady beat. They used the same materials in the same way.
So, were the two pieces in the same style or a different style?
They were in the same style.
Correct. They were in the same style. In fact, they were composed around the same time by two German composers.
I suppose musical style is a lot like a family. Do you have a brother or sister? Do they look the same as you? Do they have the same color hair or eyes? But you each look different too, don't you? That's because every member of a family is an individual. They can look quite different from one another, but you can spot a family resemblance.
Music has families too. Pieces of music in the same family use materials in the same way and have the same kind of sound, but they're all individual in their own way.
We still know one piece of music from another, the same way as we know you from your sister or brother.
Yes, musical families...
Yoo-hoo! Music box! Who was that?
Uh-oh. I have a feeling it's that odd character again. She seems to have adopted me ever since I showed her how to keep the beat in music.
And ever since that day, I have been a real connoisseur of musical style. And speaking of musical style, I've got a game for you. I'm going to listen to some of my favorite musical styles, and you have to guess what musical family they belong to. Now, here, I'll just get a station tuned in here. Okay, here we go. What musical family does this belong to? What's that? Country. You bet your boots it's country. Country music makes you want to tap your feet and clap your hands and dance. Yee-haw! Here's another one of my favorite musical stations. They play nothing but this style of music. Here. What's the name of this music family? What's that? Oh, that's better. Folk music? Correct. It's handed down from generation to generation. You can play it, or sing it, or dance. Let's try another station here. Aha! Now you're talking. Listen to this. What? You say the music like this belongs to a musical family called Dixieland Jazz. Well, You're a clever little rascal. I'll tell you, I used to cut quite a figure to this music in my time. Woo! Yes, indeedy. Be a little more serious now. I'll just get another station here. There. Now, what musical family does music like this belong to? Did you say opera? Well, you're right. And in an opera, they don't just tell a story. No, no. They sing it. And it gets me quite emotional, you know. Even though I don't understand a word they're saying or singing. I wish I had a hanky. Well, how did you do? And how did you do, Music Box?
Oh, the scenery, the costumes, the music. I could have been a great opera star, just like Caruso or Pavarotti. La donna immobile, qual piuma al vento. Yes?
The lady asked you how you did?
A perfect score, of course. Well, that's it for me. All that listening and singing has tired me out.
Well, how about using your magical powers just once more, if they're not too worn out? And I won't ask for a country and western band or even a whole opera company. All I want is a trio.
A trio? That means three... Oh, no. The Music Box Band?
A very clever deduction.
Why do you want them?
Well, I have an idea for a game we can all play.
Oh, very well.
Thank you, Music Box. Hi.
Hi. We're ready to start. Just name your game.
Well, this is a game called Name That Style. Now, Music Box, could you play us some music in different styles?
I suppose so.
We'll guess what style it is. And you could add to the music with your instruments. You could improvise. You know, make it up as you go along, as long as it fits with the music. Ready? Music, maestro. Does anyone recognize what song it is?
Yes, that's I's a Boy.
You're right. It's a folk song.
Next piece coming up.
It's electronic.
Right.
Does anyone know what style that is?
That's fast.
There are lots of musical styles, but you and the band certainly have a style of your very own.
Why, thank you. I think.
We got a style of our own, a musical style of our own, a definite air, a certain savoir-faire. People just stop in their tracks and stare, 'cause we've got a style of our own, an